Hi Diana. This is a video that I'm a tutorial, I should say, that I'm making because Sweet Vintage Zoe, that's her YouTube name, Diana, she wanted to know how I made my checking charms. And so anyway, I just decided I'd try and make a tutorial. I've never done one before, so we'll give it a shot. And if I leave anything out or you have any questions or anything, just leave me a message and I'll try to answer all your questions or whatever. But anyway, what I do, Diana, is you asked me how many chains, and in my charms, believe it or not, I only use one chain. That's it, one chain. But the chain I choose, you can't see this very well. See, I'm not really too prepared, am I? But here we go. Let me get this Post-it note. But the chain I do choose is, I want the links in it to be big enough that I can put jump rings in. And I want it to be a sturdy chain. Because these things can be kind of heavy when you get done. Even though I do try and use lighter beads, but you do use a lot of beads, so it just depends on the weight in your beads and stuff. But like I say, there's a lot of beads in these, so you definitely need something that's gonna hold up under the weight and stuff. So, but anyway, and this right here, this piece of chain, it's only a 2-inch piece of chain, but this 2-inch piece of chain, by the time you put your or I call it my focal bead, which is what I do on the bottom, and I put my swivel clasp on the top, it usually ends up being 5 or 5.5 inches long. So you don't need a really long piece of chain unless you really want a long charm for some particular reason. But you do have to keep that in mind, because by the time and I do advise a heavy clasp, because like I said, they can be quite heavy, and I like to use the let me get this out of the way. I like to use the swivel clasp. But if you don't use a swivel clasp, at least get something that's good sized and sturdy. But usually, because we want to put these on things like you might want to put it on your pocketbook, or your books, or whatever. But you really want something that's big and, like I say, substantial. And this is the one that I started just as a tutorial for you. And anyway, this was a 2-inch piece of chain, like I said, and it's now 5.5 inches long with that. And all I did, I start at the bottom, okay, and all I did was add the first focal bead. I always put my big bead on the bottom first, just because it's easier to work my way up, and fill it up as I go. And I'm going to hang this up, I also work off of one of those banana trees so I can see what I'm doing. But anyway, that's later on. So anyway, the first thing I really do, besides cut my chain and get my stuff ready, I always have to make up a bunch of beads, okay? Whatever you choose for your colors, or pick for your charms, or whatever it is that you decide that you want on your charm. Because you have to, or I do, the way I make mine, I always get them ready by putting the pins in them, because I put mine on jump rings, okay? And so I make all mine up ahead, make sure I've got plenty, and then I put 4 or 5 beads. After I get them made up, I put 4 or 5 on a jump ring, because I use the bigger jump rings, and that's how you get that really chunky look and stuff. But this can be quite time consuming, because like I said, you use a lot of beads, and like here's a variety But they all have already got the pins in them, eye pins, head pins, whatever. You know, they're ready to go. And there is a variety, as you can see. Let me move my camera here and I'll show you a lot of things I use. See the different size beads I use here? This particular charm, I decided to make it black and white, so I've got black and white, and I've got black crystal, white crystal, some beads with silver, and I also got some silver beads, you know, just in that range. And I also used, like, here's some bead caps and little spacer beads I used, the little silver beads, and here's some different size black beads and jade beads, and these are kind of clear. I forget what that is. And then here's just some little black jade beads and different, like I said, I used all different sizes. And then some you really, I had different ones, and like these were the black rondelles with the little black rhinestones, and here's black and white ones, and I had some turquoise, black and white. But anyway, that just gives you an idea. I just gathered up, like right here, a big old different selection of beads, and then I fixed them up, each one, like this. And then, after I do that, let me set this back down again. Well, actually, let me just hold this. After I do that, like I said, I use jump rings, and right here's a jump ring I use. I think these are 9mm or 8mm. Anyway, I use a pretty good sized jump ring, and I use a sturdy jump ring because I put 4 or 5 of the beads on each one of these. Okay, and this is, and it goes pretty quick after you do this. So anyway, let me just set this back down, and okay, there you go. So let me just show you real quick here, and I am assuming that you have worked with eye pins and head pins and kind of know to have some jewelry tools, because I have to have, you know, I have to have tools, my jewelry tools. These are the ones probably I use the most in my cutters, and I have to have my round nose pliers. I have to have those. But anyway, let me just show you real quick here what I do. I take one of these, one of my jump rings, and I assume everybody knows that when you open a jump ring, you do it from side to side. You do not pull them apart, because it weakens the metal. You just do it this way. One's way and one way the other way. Do not apart. Sideways. Pull it. Okay, and then, like I said, I take 5 of these beads, you know, whatever you like, you know, and put them on your jump ring, ever how you know, all this other stuff is a personal preference, your color, charms, you know, if you want metal charms or whatever, you know, that's all, but it all basically will work out the same way. Now see here, I've got a clear one. I think I'll put that one on there too. And then I think I'll put another black one. Okay. And see, it's pretty full. You know, when you get all those on it, it's pretty full. And then, what I do, let me get my charm down here and then what I do is go to one of my loops, or one of my links, I should say. Just one of my links in my chain. That's all you do. Put it on. Close it up. I didn't even close it up. And there you go. And see what that does? See how fast that fills that up and stuff? I mean, it really fills it up really quick. Let me do another one here. I got a bunch ready. Let me show you. See, I've already got this one ready. Let me just open it up. Here. If I can find where it opens. It goes really quick because all your hard work is, you know, putting all the head pins and eye pins and getting your beads ready. That's the thing that's the most time consuming as far as that goes. I can't find out where to open this at. Can't believe this. Oh God. Okay, where do we open it? Where's it at? Where's it at? I know it opens because I opened it up before. Here we go. There it is. Alright. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I don't believe I dropped it. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Alright. Try this again. Okay. We're going to open it up. Like so. Here. We're going to open it up. And here's our charm. And I'm going to try and stay in frame this time. Here's our charm. And pick a spot that, like I say, we're going to work our way up. So you might want to go up a couple of links, because see where they're going to drop down to. So we're going to go up a couple. You just kind of eyeball it and whatever looks good where it should be. Let me get it back down here. Because see, you can just see where they fall. So you can kind of eyeball it. So I'm going to move it up about 2 or 3 links. And you can always open these back up, and you always can, move them if you need to. It's not like it's not like it can't be moved or anything. So anyway, that one's on there. Let me just close this back up again. Okay. Okay, now then, there we go. Just close back up. You see how chunky that's starting to get? And there's 3 of those on here and stuff. So let me hang this back up, and let me move my camera up a little bit, so I can work a little bit better here, show you a little bit better. See how I like to work on mine? See, I think I've showed you guys this before. I like working on it like that. So I guess this is probably as good as this is gonna get right here. Nope, it's not gonna stay, is it? No. There we go. And I've got 3 or 4 more, 3 here I can put on. I just wanted to give you an idea, because after you do this, it's all the same, It's just, like I said, most of your work is gathering up your beads, your colors, and then putting the pins in them, getting them ready to put on the jump rings. Okay, just open it up. Okay. And let's see here. Let's turn it around. See what we're doing here. Okay, I think I'm going to put it over here. Yeah, put it over here. And I'm going to go up about a 3. And let's see. Yeah, let's do it about right here. Okay, it's right there. And I'm going to close it up. Diana, I hope this is making sense to you. Okay, and you see how that's making that get chunky looking, and you can imagine, when you go on up with it. Let me do another one here for you. It's kind of hard to. Here we go. Here's another one. You see, I've got like I've got 5 on this, and see, I've got striped, black and white striped, and I like sparkly stuff and different textures, and that's a metal bead, and but like I said, as far as what you pick out, that's personal, whatever it is that you're, the look that you're going for. And like I said, it does take quite a few beads. I mean, I don't really know how many I got in here, but a lot of it is just crystals, and they're not expensive and stuff, and They're for the sparkle because I like sparkly stuff. What can I say? So anyway, here we go. We're going to open this one up. See, I went ahead and made these ahead, and that way I just had to open them up for you. But, you know, when you do this at home, you're going to have your ring opened up so you can just go ahead and put it on your charm. Excuse me. Okay, now let's see here. See, I'm going to turn it around. And I want to put this one, or if you don't like something, I'm going to put this one here because there's a lot of black there. So I'm going to put this one about right here. I'm going to move it up a little bit. Now I know you guys are not seeing this, but I'm just closing. I put it in the link on the chain, and I am closing it up. Okay? And that is all I'm doing. Okay, there you go. Now see, there you go, Diana. And you can imagine, you know, when you go on up, and really and truly, I probably won't need but probably about 4 more. And you also, like right here, I put the chain on with one of the big jump rings. You can add some of the beads there. Also, you don't, you know, and you're going to have them up here. And I also add beads on this part of the swivel, on this part, because it's good and sturdy. And you can just open up your jump ring and add some, and that's some more places for your beads. And so you don't need a bunch of chains or anything, unless, now if you want to add chain as part of the look, then add your chains either here, or actually put them on your, include them with your jump rings, because it's part of the look you're wanting. So you add them on, or that's what I would do, because this is the way I do mine. So anyway, I would just add them into this, whatever it is, the chain or whatever. But you also, like I said, I also add to here, to the inside of the swivel hook, and then here. I don't waste any space, and it really fills it out and makes it look really nice. So anyway, Diana, this video is almost 18 minutes, and I'm going to quit while I'm ahead, hopefully. And I hope this makes sense to you, and if it doesn't, let me know, and we'll do something else different that you know, that'll get you going. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.